Shrimpidupidupa, Opapa Ulala. Shrimpidupidupa, Opapa Ulala.
What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Upapa Ulala, where we mainly talk and discuss about the Opae Ula shrimps and anything else that has a relationship to those wonder shrimps. And today we're gonna do an update video on our Opae Ula setup that we actually did from scratch in the last video. For those who have not seen the video, well, do check out the link that I will post in the description below. And yeah, do have a look at the video where we actually made an Opae Ula setup from scratch with different kind of materials that we add into it. Oh, and I received a comment from one of you guys, the viewers, who actually requested on some information on where I get my materials from. Well, I get my materials from a few different aquarium or even gardening shops, whereby, you know, the whole glass container, I actually got it from a succulent shop that sells these glass containers, or they actually promote terrariums. And in terms of the substrates and the hydrometer, I actually got it from Fresh and Marine, which is actually a shop somewhere in McPherson. And they have quite a lot of things there that can help you to support your hobby in setting up an aquarium. And another thing that made that place as a plus point is that it has one of my favorite prata shop there. Yeah, roti prata. Awesome food. So with reference from the last video, after we made the whole Opae Ula setup, I actually mentioned that we have to cycle the tank for about 2 weeks. But I'm pretty impatient and I already have an existing setup. So I added some of the lava rods from the current setup into the new setup that we just built to kind of like speed up the whole cycling process. And yeah, it's been 1 week after that, and we added some shrimps into the setup to see if it works out very well. So we left those 3 shrimps in the new setup for about 24 hours to see whether they can survive, and if they could, we can actually put the rest of the Opae Ula shrimps into that new setup. And so 24 hours have already passed, and I'm glad to announce that the setup is legit. It is successful. The shrimps are swimming around pretty much alive and yeah, not dead. So I'm so glad that this setup is a success, because the last time, as I mentioned in the last video, the shrimps died. And yeah, still sorry about those shrimps, but yeah, I've hopefully redeemed myself with this current setup. And yeah, the shrimps are doing very well. So I added a few more shrimps into the new setup, and yeah, this is how it looks like now. Alright, so this is the tank setup that we did from scratch in the last video, and just look at those shrimps swimming around in the setup itself. So as you can see, there are some changes since the last video of the setup. I added more lava rocks from my existing setup to kind of like, you know, speed up the whole process of cycling, because it has already some good bacteria on the rock itself. Alright, so it helped to really cycle the tank much faster. And I also added a Marimo moss ball to have a different color into the setup. Alright, so to add a bit more variety. And yeah, pretty happy with the current setup itself. So I have currently about 10 shrimps inside this new Opae Ula setup, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the amount of activity that is going on in there. And yeah, we will see how much further we can develop on this setup as we go on from here. And this bowl-like tank is actually pretty unique because it acts as a magnifying glass to the setup, and the shrimps actually look bigger than they actually are. It helps for people who are viewing the tank to see the shrimps with much greater detail. The cons, however, is that because it is circular or rather spherical, it has a lot of distortion towards the sides of the tank itself. Okay, so if you were to put something very close to the side of the tank, you might actually not see it from this angle, and you might have to adjust it. So all the lava rods that I have in there are actually centralized in the middle, so that it does not get into those blind spots because of the distortion. Apart from that, I think it looks really great as a kind of like a centerpiece on a dining table, or even like a form of decoration along with your other home decor. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do leave a comment in the comment section below, and we can discuss further how we can further develop on this setup. Alright, moving on from here, I am planning to add some nearite snails in there, okay, to kind of like add more variety of creatures in the ecosystem. And yeah, and with these nerite snails, they can also help me to really take care of the algae production in the tank, and they can help to clean the tank up so that it looks clear at all times for the viewing pleasure. So you guys might be asking, since you put so much lava rocks from your existing setup into the new Opae Ula setup, then what happens to your current setup? So I actually bought a new lava rock from Green Chapter, which is also somewhere in Macpherson, very close in terms of proximity to Fresh and Marine, to add onto my existing setup. Okay, it's just a simple one-piece lava rock, which I kind of like measured to ensure that it fits into my nano tank, which is about 12 by 12 cm. Really small. So unlike the new setup that I show you guys, which has multiple lava rocks, this setup that you're looking at here has one lava rock itself that acts as a centerpiece in the tank. So I just have to ensure that the size of the lava rock is just nice for this nano tank, and that the rock itself has enough texture for the bacteria to colonize, and also for the shrimps to enjoy, you know, kind of like creeping into the small crevices of the lava rocks, because that kind of like simulates their natural habitat in Hawaii at the Anchorline pool that we talked about before. And yeah, the setup looks really dramatic with that centerpiece in the middle, and whereby the rest is just pretty much the black substrate that we have. So that sums up the tank updates for you guys. So now I will leave you guys with some close-up shots of the two setups that I shown earlier for your viewing pleasure. Let's go! Alright guys, so that sums up this video, which is the update on the Opae Ula setup. If you guys have any other questions about the Opae Ula, do leave it in the comment section below as well, and I will read each and every one of your comments and try my best to address all of your questions, and maybe even do up a video for that. Thank you so much for reaching the end of this video. I hope that you guys like it, and hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you guys have not done so. And of course, to hit that notification bell so that you guys are aware or notified of future uploads in this channel itself. And that's all for today, and stay shrimpy. See ya!